Hello, good evening, and my beautiful souls, my beautiful by defaults, my beautiful friends. How are you tonight? How was your day? Did you enjoy your day? And did you destroy the soul summer? Did you do everything from your heart and soul? And did you enjoy it yourself in every day, in every moment, every second, everywhere, wherever you are? My beautiful friends, enjoy yourself. And of course, flush comes soulless summer. You need to remember that always, wherever you are, whatever form they are, whatever form they are, I'm talking to you and to your soul and to your energetic form. So, which means I'm talking to all of us in every form, and to that we need to be aware of everything what's going on, and of course to destroy those soulless summer in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, in the name of mind, and now speak unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default. So I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, welcome all of you, my new warriors, my new friends and light workers, and of course all of you that are already with me. So thank you to all of you for joining me and for giving your time and energy to help us create a better world for all of us. Those souls, some of the trying to interfere into my language, we destroy all of them, flush them soulless summer, and destroying all those soulless summer in every form, in the name of mine, and now speak unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, as you can see, those psychopathic crazy players sometimes trying to project their energy to interfere into my language and anything that I'm talking to. But of course, I'm just overcoming all of that and returning them calm as pain and suffering in the name of mine, and now speak unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, tonight as well, let us destroy those souls. Today it's been very, very, very busy day, my beautiful friends. I've been yesterday and today I've been fighting those souls. Destroying, not the fight, but destroying those souls. Day and night, 24. And yesterday was portal 4/4 portal, 4th of April. So I really didn't think about that, about the portal at the time. But when I realized my friends, my soul, golden soul, sent me an email, actually sent me the blessings and said on today portal, we need to destroy the soul as well. Then I thought, wow, today was a 4/4 portal. And you know, the 4/4 means destructions of those. Number 4 means completely collapse, destructions of those souls in every form, completely destruction. And 4 and 4 is 8. 8 is used to be the birthday for those souls summer, so we destroy those souls summer in every form on day 4/4, 4/4, on the completely birthday. And then when we sum up the numbers, we completely destroy all those souls summer with the spirit of thought by default, which means that those souls summer completely now burning in hell forever and ever. So yesterday I was all day destroying those souls, and I was firing up and into the heaven, those souls, destroying those centers, dark centers of those souls, the centers of the power, because they have their centers of the power on the physical and energetic form. So wherever time, whatever form they are, I was all day destroying the dark centers, the centers of the power, to all those souls, wherever they are, and just destroying them, firing up at them and breaking them into atoms and electrons and throwing them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever. So yesterday was really, really busy day. Today was as well. Last night as well. I thought after the life is going to be quiet, and it's going to be, gonna destroy those souls, and just to switch to focus on the spiritual form, and then to destroy those souls from the spiritual level. But those souls were interfering and were trying to manipulate with the energy, and of course through me, because everything goes through me. We're destroying those souls through me, from my body. We are destroying those souls within and without. so on a global and universal level. So they were trying to manipulate with the energy. So I was firing up at those all this summer. At some time, I just really got angry, and I just shot at them, and I said, all of you, you're fired, all of you are fired. Mush, all of you, you're fired. And then, of course, then sometimes after that, I fought them and destroyed them. I was flushing the soulless AMMA from the spiritual level. I would just turn the focus on the spiritual level, which means when we sleep, my beautiful friends, our body is rejuvenating, healing, and of course, clearing up. We are clearing up ourselves, our bodies, but while we awake, of course, if you do it consciously, that's nice. But if you're not aware of the things that's going on, then while we are sleeping, we are destroying those soulless AMMA. We flash cam soulless AMMA on the spiritual level. So that's it was really I woke up early. Actually, I didn't sleep till in the morning. It was I'm not sure what time. I didn't even look at the time. Usually it's happening like that. So sometimes I just slept for a few I'm not sure, an hour or something like that, very short time, and then they woke me up. And of course, I was still fighting the soulless AMMA. And of course, I was upset with everything that was going on. And I shouted at them that they will have to go and send them straight into hell to burn forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default, all those soulless AMMA. So, my beautiful friends, after that, all day I was fighting and destroying those soulless AMMA. I was firing up on the 3 levels. I was just putting those dark centers. So what I'm doing, how I'm destroying those, center of the power. The center of the power. I'm imagining them, those dark center, the dark black or violet or dark violet or actually black or blue or green, actually green. So which means those colors, those soulless AMMA that trying to interfere into my language. I'm destroying all those soulless AMMA with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. As you can see, sometimes they try, my English is fluent in English, but sometimes energetically they're trying to manipulate with the energy and trying to create, the problems or in any way to manipulate with my language. But I destroy those soulless AMMA in every form with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and now speak unconditional light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, I told you that all that destroying those soulless AMMA on the global level and universal and within and without, which means we are destroying those soulless AMMA that are within, the energy of those soulless AMMA, the soulless AMMA, the codes, energetic codes that are within our physical forms, and on the everywhere on this planet and the entire universe, within and without, on a global universal level. We're destroying those soulless AMMA from my physical form, that all the power is within me. And I've got both sides of it, showing those soulless AMMA all the time, constantly 24, and it's been going on for a long time. So now, really, up until now, it should be completely those soulless AMMA destroyed and removed completely forever and ever. We're destroying those soulless AMMA in the physical form that are on the global level. Those are the globalists and Satanists and all those Masons or Illuminati or however you call them, on an energetic level, fallen angels and demons, and I call them soulless AMMA or dark, dirty, psychopathic players, which means they should be removed. Up until now, actually, I expected long time to destroy those soulless AMMA, to completely remove them from ever and ever, from our lives, from entire planet and entire universe, and place them into the hell. But because everything was mixed up, all the soulless AMMA and the light, dark and the light was mixed up. So we have to separate the dark from the light, and of course, and destroy those dark soulless AMMA that we're playing the games for, for billions of years, dark, dirty games. So now our codes that we're on the mission, and with those soulless AMMA that we're on the mission. So doing and destroying the soulless AMMA that were together with them. So we supposed to take them from there long time ago, but those soulless AMMA were playing the dark, dirty games. And yesterday was the time to take them and to completely throw out all those soulless AMMA on the portal 4-4. It was a time to throw out from our bodies and from entire planet and entire universe all those soulless AMMA in every form. So I'm saying you just let them go, check them out from our bodies, from our planet, from entire universe, and straight into the hell to burn forever and ever. All those souls, in whatever form they are, wherever they are. So yesterday, that's what we were doing, destroying all those, destroying all those souls, in every form, and of course taking the energy that they were stealing from us. So that they were stealing the energy from us that people usually didn't know, but not just the energy that we were creating, but our energy from within ourselves, our energy, our energetic codes that we are calling SOPHIE codes, or those the energetic codes, and then the soul part of this actually says soul forms. So they were stealing those that energy. Usually, when you feel tired. When you feel tired, what does that mean? What does it mean? Which means that those souls are way pushing down or stealing our energy. So yesterday we were taking that energy. Not just yesterday we were doing that. We were doing that for a long time and still doing. So today I was really, really upset. Really angry, and angrily I fought those souls in my language. I fought them loud and clear, and of course for almost 2 hours. So we were destroying those souls, and today all day I was destroying them and just flashing them and putting, breaking into atoms and electrons and destroying them forever and ever. So that we can create a peace and joy and bliss, and of course have an eternal life and abundance and prosperity. So that's what was going on. We are doing the cleaning up all those, destroying all those souls within and without on a global and universal level. So when we destroy the energetic forms of those souls, and those physical forms are powerless, and then of course they're falling down. So that's what we were doing. But those souls, I told you, they wanted to play the dark, dirty games, and then trying to play the dark, dirty games and give me false informations and lies and manipulations. But I'm not accepting their lies and manipulations. I know within my soul, I know with eternal knowledge, I know what is true, what is not. So their lies and manipulations I'm not accepting, even though sometimes I don't answer to them, because they're not worth really, they're not worth my time and energy to extra invest in something that I don't accept, that I don't believe in. So I was really upset, and I commanded to SOPHIE and to everything that's mine, and asked Unconditional light to clear up ourselves, of cells or bodies. I said, you have 24 hours to clear up my body, to clear up our bodies and entire planet, and to destroy those souls, and throw them out and let them go, let them break them into the atoms and electrons and send them straight into hell forever and ever, to burn forever and ever into the hell. All those souls, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful Ito. So, my beautiful friends, before I got on live, in my language, because I'm starting somewhere about 9, a couple of hours in my language, and then after that in English. So just before I got on live, those souls were interfering, like usually earlier, they were interfering to my technology, and then blocking the technology, blocking the laptop and the phones and everything. They were energetically, so they were just preventing, trying to prevent me to do the work that I'm doing. So, but they cannot stop my energy. Mine and also unconditional light is the most powerful energy that ever existed on this planet and beyond, everywhere. throughout entire existence, but they still try to manipulate with the energy, and of course to manipulate with the technology. So I was really upset because I couldn't, do it quickly the way I wanted to share the life through the groups and everywhere. So I was just commanding those souls, AMMA, and destroying them with all my power, with the spirit of thought by default. So now that's what we are doing. We're destroying those souls, AMMA, in every form. I'm doing more energetic word and work and destruction of those souls, AMMA, in my language, much more, because I just started in English. So I'm just going slowly here until you get used to that and get to know what I'm doing, who I am, and what I'm standing for. That then we will do together, destroying those souls, AMMA. Actually, we are destroying them, but of course those souls, AMMA, that are still asleep, there will be still a lot of those souls, AMMA, to destroy. We are destroying now those main ones, dark, dirty, psychopathic players that were so-called gods, dark god, or so-called creators, soulless creators, or judges, or those I call them soulless, SOPHIE. Those are the ones that they said, they gave me those informations that they were the Adam and Eve. They were the Adam and Eve that started, that they fall down into the darkness, that they brought down humanity into the darkness. Soulless, SOPHIE. So then after that, and then we have the I've told you, watchers, those that were watching the humanity but not helping, but stealing the energy. And the Miriam, now that's the names that they gave it to me, or Hitler and Susie, and then those that are so-called divine mothers or fathers or gurus, spiritual teachers, but they don't have a spirit. Amrita Babaji Mira Gurji Matrashi Tata Hitler Atma Chetana Senam Chilovici. So all those divine mothers, fathers, or those magicians, and all those soulless, whatever form they are, soulless gods, whatever form they are, and we are destroying them forever and ever. And of course, I'm activating them in the name of mine and now speak conditional love light, and activating them ultra ultimatum all in one therapy of karma, soup of karma's pain and suffering, all in one, ultra ultimatum all in one soup, and the pain and suffering that they will go straight to hell, as we send them straight into hell, to regret forever and ever that they ever existed, to burn forever and ever into the hell, and to be forever and ever, for eternity, break up into the atoms and electrons and feel the pain of all those living beings that ever existed on this planet. And throughout entire existence is the beginning of creation of humanity, or since the beginning of creations of everything. So they will have to feel the pain of all living beings that ever existed. In the name of man and us, unconditional love light, we activate all those karmas, pain and suffering to all those souls, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, I'm activating them. All that karma's pain and suffering, also to all one, with the spirit of thought, all those souls, and activating destroying all those souls, we're freezing them, destroying them, all those souls, with the spirit of thought by default, and putting them into the sleep and taking their power, all their power and energy with the spirit of thought by default, and of course shutting down their cameras and those senses, and of course completely cutting off all the communications and wiping out all those soulless memories with the spirit of thought by default. And we'll be doing everything that is needed to be done, that they cannot react in any way, in a negative way, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, we are freezing and destroying completely, blocking is freezing, completely destroying any kind of technology with the dark intention that those souls were using, and all the weapon that they were using. So we're destroying all those souls in every form, and the technology and weapon with the spirit of thought by default. And we're freezing completely. Well, those souls we are cutting into the atoms and electrons, destroying them forever and ever, breaking into atoms and electrons, and sending them straight into the light, straight into the hell, and with their lies and manipulations and karmas and pain and suffering, to burn forever and ever into the hell with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell, burning in hell. All soulless AMMA, go through hell, go through hell. All soulless AMMA, go to hell, go to hell. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell, burning in hell. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell forever and ever. All soulless AMMA, burning in hell forever and ever, for eternity. All the soulless AMMA, burning in hell forever and ever, for eternity. In the name of mine and now, be unconditional light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, we are destroying those soulless AMMA and placing them into the hell forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mine and now, be unconditional light with the spirit of thought, we are freezing all the wealth and abundance and prosperity for all those soulless AMMA with the spirit of thought, and all the project that they were doing, that they were they started, that they will, with all the intention, with the intention that they were trying to start, that are connected in any way with the agenda 2021 or 2030 in any way, or with the new world order. We destroy all those soulless AMMA in the name of man and ask the unconditional light within and without, on a global and universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. We completely wipe them out, cut them, break them into the atoms and electrons, and then send them straight into the hell forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are taking all the abundance and prosperity, everything that is by default, all the corporations and material wealth and money and everything, we are taking from them with the spirit of thought, and we're throwing out those soulless AMMA from within and without on a global and universal level with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and now, I said all those soulless AMMA, we're sending them straight into hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, now we're destroying the soulless AMMA. As you all know, that all of you that are active on the net, on the social media, you know that all those soulless AMMA were talking about the new world order. So what they were thinking, really, they were thinking that so they were creating a lot of projects that they were doing against the humanity, working against, doing the dark, dirty work and working against the humanity. But of course, we never accepted that. We never accepted that. What we are taking over all the project. You know that the 2021 2030 agenda, between that time, those soulless AMMA, in between that time, the soulless AMMA were trying to do really very bad things and to destroy. I'm turning energy against them to destroy the soulless AMMA. So which means they were, as you know, that a lot of problems they were creating in this world, on this planet, and we're creating and we're trying to create, but we stopped them. So they were like global warming and any kind of dark, dirty work that they were trying to create a new religion, or that we're creating and a lot of problems in the health problems, or manipulate with our systems, with the governments and with the religions and everything. So that's what they were doing, but we stopped them. We took over all those projects and stopped them, freeze them completely. And we are taking as well, the World Health Organizations that was involved into that corrupt and of course criminal, corrupt organization like UN, EU and NATO and all those G7, G20, all of them are corrupt criminal organizations that were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet. So now we're destroying those soulless AMMA. We're taking all the wealth, abundance and prosperity and corporations. Well, all those soulless AMMA placing straight into the hell forever and ever to be burned forever and ever into the hell for eternity, well, we are going to create eternal peace, alive, and joy, eternal peace, and of course, eternal life and abundance and prosperity and joy, peace, bliss, and unity for all of us that are mine and now speak unconditional light. In the name of mine and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So probably you are you're thinking, who are they that were working on a new world order? You know that a long time ago, those souls, some were talking and actually spreading the lies, manipulations, actually talking about the new world order. And that's through the government's religion, through the religion, the governments and the systems. So they were spreading the informations and lies, and of course through the net and social media, and the media, of course, they were spreading that lies, manipulations. Actually, they were projecting the dark, dirty agenda that they wanted to work on, and that they wanted to, like the global warming. Global warming is a completely lie, completely lost. Actually, those soulless are completely lost. It's a lie and manipulations, and those soulless were taking the huge amount of money from humanity, from our taxpayers, and of course, and investing in the global warming. But wasn't global warming really. They're not doing anything to project or to protect our beautiful planet, humanity. But in fact, they were doing opposite. They were working against the humanity and our beautiful planet. So as well, a lot of those projects that they started, a space weapon. So the science, the science that was as well taking a lot of money, stealing a lot of money from us, from humanity, from every country, and through those corrupt criminal organizations, and then of course investing into the weapon, and they were trying to go into the space to have the war in the space. So of course we have frozen the weapon and all the technology that they were trying to use to create a war or to create a destruction. We destroyed also we destroyed the technology that they were using, and of course we took all of that and then destroy everything that is less than mine and ask unconditional light. But we have our technology from mine and ask unconditional light, energy technology, that we are destroying those souls. So we are doing that from within and without. From my body, it's a mean, and all the power is within myself, and from me, mine and ask unconditional light. Sophie is coordinating everything. We are destroying the souls within yourself, and on the global and on the universal level. So that's from the spiritual and energetic form. We're destroying those souls in energetic and physical form. So in the name of man, and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, probably many of you are asking how come that I have all the power within me. I do have, because I have the most powerful soul that ever existed. That's Sophie, my golden soul, that ever existed everywhere. It's within me, and of course all the codes, the spiritual, and of course those souls sama too, that they have to now cooperate. If they don't cooperate, they will be thrown away there, because they're out of date. All of those that were the dark dirty players, now the time is up. So now they have to cooperate. Even if they don't cooperate, we'll destroy them forever and ever, together with all those souls from within and without, on a global and universal level, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So if you remember, of course you do, I talk about the negative emotions and negative energy and what was going on and what is going on within ourselves, within our bodies, while you're feeling the negative energy, and while you're having the negative thoughts or words, and that you're listening, those souls, some of interfering. That's the energy that we are destroying. We're destroying the energy that was interfering into our life, into our physical forms, and through us working against our physical forms. So I put the rules, the laws, the regulations, so by default that everyone must follow, and of course mine laws, rules, and regulations, so by default override all other laws, rules, and regulations on a global and universal level. So I haven't written them yet on the paper or anywhere, but I've put them in an energetic form. They've been written already, and of course everyone knows them. Those that are included into the project on a global and universal level, they know them, and of course, they will be written. So by the laws, rules, and regulations, or by default, I'm working everything, and me destroying the soul is I'm multiplying those karmas, pain, and suffering, and eternal hell forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default, and destroying them in the name of man and now speak unconditional love of life. All through Timothy, all in 1:24. Everything is by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, so what's going on? Probably you didn't think about it. What was going on in this, in the mind of those souls, Amma, that were creating the problems on this planet and throughout entire existence. You know that those souls, Amma, in the science, actually, the science and all the religion and the army, the military and the police, those souls, Amma, were at the top of those. The two criminals, I call them criminal systems or criminal organizations, so that they were protecting those criminals, those souls. That's the reason why they created them. They're trying to create them actually from people, ordinary people, to work on them and put in the energy and to try to turn them against the people. We don't go against each other, but of course the energy through that those souls were placing to our body, it was happening. So now what we're going to do, we are destroying the energy of those souls that were interfering into our lives, that were interfering into religion, into our governments and systems and everywhere, police and wherever they infiltrated, we're destroying those souls on a global and universal level. In that way, when we destroy them, I told you earlier that those physical forms are powerless. So that's the reason why we are doing right now what we are doing right now. And of course, the universe was huge, you know, that a lot of energy was there. So even though that those scientists never told us, they were just spreading the lies and manipulations about the space, about everything. If you watch that space, it's Spider-Man or the Star Wars. If you watch that movies, I didn't watch any of those, or the Avatar. I didn't watch all of them, and any of them all. I just watched the trailer because I didn't want to, and I knew that they were done with the bad intention, because Star Wars or the Spider-Man or no, those the true that those souls were coded the energy, coded within. They were coding the energy and then trying to misuse that to create the the war in the space or in our beautiful planet. But we protected that. We completely stopped that, and we destroyed those souls. We frozen all that technology and everything that they were creating. So now all the projects we completely stopped. And now we are stopping them. We stopped some of those, and we are stopping all of them and taking their power completely, their material wealth and everything. And of course, energy. We are taking the energy. When they don't have energy, they cannot do anything. So we are taking the energy and material wealth, everything, and then of course the souls are placing straight into hell. But of course, first before we place them into hell, we break them, destroy them completely, break them onto atoms and electrons, and then throw them into the hell forever and ever, to burn and to feel the pain and suffering. To feel the pain and suffering in every atom, electron that they ever existed. We are creating a special mix, so mixing them up so that they will feel the pain of each other, of individually and in the group level. So That's what we are doing right now, destroying all those soulless AMMA, and of course activating them, all those karmas, pain and suffering, whatever type, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, golden Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, it's time to put the end on all those soulless AMMA, so that we can have a unity, that we can have a unity between us and our soulmates and our family and friends, and of course among the humanity and everything that is mine and our unconditional light, within and without, on a global universal level. So we are activating all our power within ourselves. We are activating all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and unity and mind and our unconditional light within each and every one of us, that are mine and our unconditional light, with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, with the spirit of thought by default, we are protecting ourselves and enlightening and clearing up our bodies from within, all those soulless AMMA within, and the dark energy, and of course the soulless codes. We are destroying them forever and ever. Take them straight and take them out and burn them into the, take them straight to the hell, to burn forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default, all those soulless AMMA, and we replace it with energies of mind and now be unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, and we rejuvenate, and we are rejuvenating our body, ourselves, our body completely healing and filling up with mind and now be unconditional light and enlightening. And of course, it's getting beautiful and beautiful. We are creating eternal life, abundance and prosperity and joy, peace and bliss for all of us, that the mind and now be unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, golden Sophie. Thank you, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, I'm sorry. A lot of those light, I talked about the light workers, and I talked about those so-called healers and everything. They were channeling the messages, they were receiving the informations, but they didn't know who was giving them the informations. And of course, a lot of them haven't got a clue what was going on this planet and what was going on in the world. They didn't have a clue on what the agenda was of those soulless AMMA. I think that not few maybe, and not many of them, of those, even knew what was going on. So they were really caught up into that messages and projections of those soulless AMMA. I'm not saying that all the messages and all the informations were giving them the soulless AMMA, but all the main ones that are from mind and aspect conditional light. Everything that is good is from mind and aspect conditional light, and those soulless AMMA that we're trying to misuse and manipulate with the energy, they're giving the informations, but not many of them really, that, or those that were not involved into the project, that they were not involved into the project, they didn't know what was going on. But those that are involved into the project, a lot of them were working against the humanity. There are a lot of those soulless AMMA in the physical form, those magicians and those those infiltrated into the religion, those the magicians that were manipulating with the people's energy behind any of our everything that we did, really everything that we did. It doesn't matter, the religious rituals or any kind of public holidays and everything that we celebrate. Those soulless AMMA, those soulless AMMA were stealing the energy behind that, and then trying to misuse it. We never accept that. Of course, we never did, and we will never accept the dark, dirty work. But of course, we are returning them the karmas, pain, and suffering in the name of mind and ask your conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. So I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I told you, my beautiful friends, that only the vision that need to be only one, and that we need to look at the at each and every mouse and everything only in this way, that we need to be divided only on the, not we, but the dark and the light. Exist light and the dark, which means that's the only the division that needs to exist. Everything else that's been created was created by those soulless AMMA. Religions were created by those soulless AMMA, and they try to manipulate with people, that then of course to separate the people and manipulate with their mind and energy and with the soul and everything. So of course with the soul they cannot manipulate, but they were doing manipulating through the physical forms and stealing the energy from the people. So through the religions and through all those after that religion were creating and putting in the power those in the government, whatever those soulless AMMA. So in that way, my beautiful friends, we are clearing up in completely now all the religious and all the completely those soulless AMMA, wherever they infiltrated in whatever form they are, wherever they are, whether they're in an energetic level or on the spiritual level, whatever, and they don't have spirit, sorry, on energetic or into the physical form. So those infiltrated into the into usually into the religion. Papa is known all over the world, and a lot of people were not hundred thousands of people were going to Vatican to receive the darshan, to receive the blessings. But my beautiful friends, they were not receiving blessings. They were receiving the energy, dark energy, and those souls some were placing their bodies and then manipulate with the energies and placing some beliefs and everything to overpower them. Or in any, it doesn't matter what kind of religion is those. That's why we're destroying those centers of the power and also whether they are religious or whether they are politics or it doesn't matter really, all systems or anything. We are destroying them, and of course taking the power back, taking the energy back, and removing them, destroy them, putting them to sleep all those souls and completely wipe them out from in and from in out, from in and from in out, from in and out, from our bodies and from entire planet and entire universe. In the name of mine and our unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my golden Sophie, my golden by default. I love you. So you need to know, my beautiful friends, that nothing is the way it looks like to be. Those souls were hiding behind the many masks, and because they're putting the mask over themselves, pretending to be good, pretending to do good for humanity on our planet, to be the saviors, to be the avatars and gurus, or so-called teachers and healers, but instead they were doing completely opposite. Now is the time for yourself to open up your heart and soul, and to each and every one of us that are mine and us, unconditional light, and to return your full power back, and to let go of those soulless AMMA, to destroy those soulless AMMA from within and without, so that we can claim our power back and activate mine and our unconditional light within each and every one of us and everything. And of course, we are the one that creating our future. We are the one that's creating a golden age, and then of course with a lot of golden opportunities. We are the one that is going to live forever and ever in eternity, in the name of mine and us, unconditional light, in abundance and prosperity and joy, peace, bliss, unity and freedom and peace, and of course enlighten. We are enlightening ourselves in every way. With the spirit of thought by default, in the name of mine and us, unconditional light, and demanding, commanding to soften to everything that is mine and us, unconditional light, with the spirit of thought, to answer to my call with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my golden Sophie, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, which means that nothing is the way it looks like to be, and it seems to be everything. A lot of people, what they were doing, those souls, first they were trying to spread first they would spread the lies and manipulations. Even though when I was working, when I'm still working, when I started my path on the enlightenment and on that journey, and the souls were giving me the information, but not information. It seems to be true, but those informations they were giving to me and they were doing that to everyone that is a light worker or healer, or those even those that are magician, and they were receiving information. But the souls were giving the first information, and they were trying to manipulate with them. So when I realized, I talked about that last night, when I realized that they were giving the false information or informations that they wanted to misuse them, and I was firing up all of those. You fired all those souls, someone that were pretending to be my so-called mentors. They were never my mentors, but they were pretending to be. One day I was just shouting at them, how many of you more mentors, crazy mentors are? I'm not accepting it. You're all fired. So I was firing all of them, and of course I was searching for truth, looking for mine and ask me unconditional light, and I found it within myself. And that's the reason why I'm activating now within yourself, so that you can feel that true mine and ask me unconditional light and joy, peace, and bliss that you never felt before. In the name of mine and ask me unconditional light with the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my golden Sophie, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, there are a lot of things that is going on now. So a lot of me, you know that now the Trump that got in the power in 2024, when he got the first term, and our second term, I wanted him to be in 2020, but he was always doing the rally with 2024. And at that time, I was working on the project, and it was at that time I saved to Trump. I saved Trump's life many, many times. I was working when was his inaugurations, and the SOULESS summer were doing a lot of rituals against him. So I was just destroying all those rituals and removing, and I saved life to Trump and to Melania many, many times. Many times they asked me, what are we going to do? Actually, twice they asked me, what are we going to do with Trump? And I said, of course, Trump, man, and asked me unconditional light. We're going to save him. And then because the Trump, you know, he was in the business, so he was under the influences of those SOULESS summer. But you need to understand that it's not just a Trump that is mine and asked me unconditional light, but the SOULESS summer had a clone Trump. So they had a clone Trump, and so really when you look at the Trump, you think that it's one Trump, but no, the SOULESS summer had a clone Trump that they were working through him. But mine and us, unconditional light, we have original Trump and Melania, and of course we have their clones too, in order to protect them. So when I started working on the project, so at some point of time they were asking me, so I was healing every night. I was healing those SOULESS summer, and of course they were asking me to heal Trump and the Trump family. So I was healing the Trump, and then of course all Trump family, Melania and Byron and his family, and then they were asking me to heal the JFK. And you know, my beautiful friends, that a lot of stories about the JFK, what they did those SOULESS summer, they created a clone or an actor to act as JFK, and they had a few of them. So I was asking which one is now, which mask he has, and you know, and where he's appearing with one mask and where with the other. So I was healing the JFK, but in fact I didn't know who was the JFK, because JFK, they were projecting to me and to actually through the net everywhere. They were spreading the lies and manipulations that JFK was alive. So JFK is alive, but in the spiritual level, but not in the physical form, because since they got, you know, since they took him down, he and his family, JFK, so to replace him, to create it after that story, replace him with a clone or with an actor who is going to act like JFK. So they were giving me a lot of lies and manipulations, like JFK's one of mine incarnations, or Diana, or Princess Diana, or I don't know, Trump, or some of them. So they were giving me such kind of information, and they were trying to steal my energy through that. Anytime, or Paris Hilton, they said to me one day, actually, and those king, the fake king that was supposed to take the power in UK. So they were telling to me every night. They were introducing me to some of those SOULESS summer and giving me the names and saying that they were mine incarnation, but I've never been incarnated ever in this physical form. This is my first incarnation in this physical form. But my form, soul forms, of course, they were in another forms of physical forms, but not me. So, but they were giving me the informations that like they were mine incarnations, and then of course that they were doing for work, but that they were here to do good work for humanity, that they all, work with me. But at the end, my beautiful friends, they were lying to me through them. Many times they will introduce me somebody that was so-called, that own the power, that have the power, that in the top positions. So they were saying that they're mine incarnation, and then of course introduce me, and then they would try to steal my energy. Actually, they would manipulate with my emotions and then make me cry, and I didn't even know why I was crying. So when they were giving the informations, I would I would feel emotional. I didn't know why, and I was just crying, and I didn't know why. So they said to me like, "Oh, that's take karmas." They wanted to wash their karmas through my tears, and I never accepted that. Of course, I was returning the karmas and all my tears and everyone. I talked about that last night. Whoever cried, that energy is a destructive energy for those souls, Sama, forever and ever, and it's a protective energy for ourselves. With the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, I was I was healing those soulless Sama. I don't even know who was hiding behind JFK. So even though that now I know that who was talking to me at that time, I didn't know. I knew that they were talking the soulless Sama, that they were giving information, false information. So who was behind the JFK? So they said to me, "Oh, it was too much darkness behind the JFK, so I needed to be cleaned up." So I'm not sure how many nights I did the cleaning for him and healing, but then those soulless Sama were probably were just trying under the JFK place themselves, and then to wash their karmas. But whoever was, and behind the Trump and everyone, whoever was in the name of mine and I'll speak unconditional light, returning all that energy that I invested, and the energy and the time, every second that I invested, returning the karmas, multiply the karmas, pain and suffering to all those souls, Sama, in the name of mine and I'll speak unconditional light for the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my golden Sophie, my golden by default. And then multiply all of that and the karmas, pain and suffering and eternal hell to all those souls, Sama, in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, and to us that are mine and I'll speak unconditional light, and multiply the blessings and eternal life, abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is multiplied by the laws, rules, and regulations. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my beautiful friends. That's what those souls Sama do. Usually when I do something, I'm trying to energetically interfere, and they misuse that. I'm destroying those souls Sama. They're trying to manipulate in any way with the energy and interfere into everything that I'm doing and working. With the spirit of thought, I'm throwing the souls Sama straight into the hell with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, so with the spirit of thought by default, and multiplying all those karmas, pain and suffering, and the eternal hell to all those souls Sama that we're hiding behind JFK and Trump and each and everyone and everything, that's why interfering to my life and mine and ours life, and our soulmates and families and friends in every way. And of course, we are multiplying by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, to all of us that are mine and us, unconditional light, abundance and prosperity, joy, peace, bliss, eternal life, and unity with our soulmates and families and friends. And of course, we are enlightened ourselves. And we multiply all of that by all the rituals and the ceremony rituals and associations that those souls have created, and the magic and curse, spell, hexes, and voodoo, and everything in those magicians. Everything that they created, that they did with the dark intention, and they projecting will ever try to project towards each and every one of us, towards me and us, all of us, and our soulmates and families and friends, and towards each and every one and everything that is mine and us, be unconditional light. In any way with the dark intention, we destroy, we completely stop that, wipe out, completely destroy all those souls, Sama, with the spirit of thought by default, return them all that pain and suffering and karmas in the form of karmas, pain and suffering and eternal hell forever and ever, in the form of ultimate all-in-one therapy to all-in-one karmas, pain and suffering to all those souls, Sama, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, we are multiplying to ourselves all the blessings and abundance of prosperity in our life, abundant joy, peace, bliss, and freedom and enlightenment for all of us that are mine and now speak conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we multiply all of that by every atom, electron of energy that ever existed, that we ever created, creating, will create, for every code, energetic code, so any kind of coded energy, coded words and numbers and everything that those souls were doing with the dark intention, with the spell of thought by default, for anything, all the systems, and then of course for the rules, by the rules, laws, regulations, or by default, and then we multiply all of that by all the souls, some in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are, and all those SOULESS, AMMA, and then all those dark, dirty psychopathic players and their dark, dirty games, and then of course their script and everything, and that they were creating, projecting towards each and everything with a dark intention, and by and to us blessings and by everything that is mine and us, conditional our life, and we multiply all of that over and over again, and with everything that are ever me and anyone else ever multiplied, doing and will do so, with the spirit of thought by default that we did, but everything that multiplying every code, spoken, written, or any kind of code, and every word, all our greetings and the gratitude and all our prayers and blessings and that we did in my command, and everything that is mine and aspect conditional of light, and all the public holidays and everything, all the goodness and happiness and joy, peace, bliss for us, blessings into those souls, and the karmas, pain and suffering for all the negative emotions and that they ever created, projected towards each and everyone and everything, and by those tears that ever projected towards each and everyone and everything. So those souls will forever and ever for eternity cry, and then cry into the hell, burn into hell forever and ever, and be broken and cut into the pieces, into the atoms and electrons, with the spell of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. While we are having eternal life, we are creating eternal life for all of us, abundance of prosperity, joy, peace, bliss with the spirit of thought by default. And of course, in the name of mine and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought, we are protecting ourselves, everything that is mine and our spirit conditional light, we are protecting ourselves in every form, in the spiritual, physical, and energetic form, by the rules, laws, and regulations, or by default, by the blessings, mine and ours blessings, and mine and ours unconditional light, wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and of course by the all the technology and everything that we have. To destroy those souls, flash gun and souls, to destroy those souls, in every form. In the name of man, we destroy them without mercy and with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my golden Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, we are protecting ourselves. While we are protecting ourselves and our families and friends, we are protecting and blessing and enlightening ourselves and our soulmates and families and friends. And of course, everything that we have, or homes, properties, cars, vehicles, or everything that we have really mine on our project and our beautiful planet, and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, and water element, air element, and the sun and the moon, and all those entire planet, and all those planet stars and the galaxies in the universe, entire universe that is mine and our spirit conditional light, be protected, protected, blessed, and well, we are destroying those souls, some in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are. We've destroyed already countless of those souls AMMA's planets as stars, and so centers. So we are still doing so. So completely until we destroy them completely forever and ever. All those souls, I mean, whatever form they are, wherever they are, with the speed of thought by default. Well, we have created, and we are still creating countless centers and the systems and the teams throughout entire existence, throughout entire planet, throughout entire existence, with the speed of that from mine and us, pure conditional light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, my golden Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, my beautiful friends, you need to know that we have created the centers. I've told you last night, we've created the centers for ourselves, for our selves and our families. So we created the centers, light centers, like the sun, like that, the centers for our families, for ourselves and the families, from our courts, energetic courts, our soul, and from the energy for our good, for all good things that we did, for everything that we did good, for ourselves and everyone else. So which means everything that we're doing, that we're creating the energy with mind and us, unconditional energy. So mind and us be unconditional light from the heart and soul. With that energy, we from that energy we created, and of course all forms of the soul. So we created the centers for our families and friends, of course, so to protect us. Those centers are everywhere around us, and of course into the entire planet and universe. Actually, in the way you can see the sun, our SOPHIE Tristan Center is going to be a new sun. So I've told you, so it's going to shine 24. So that's where we created those centers that's going to protect that protecting us on everyone of us that are mine and us, being conditional life. And of course, we're destroying those souls, AMMA. So now is the time to let go those souls, AMMA, forever and ever, and to completely remove them from entire planet, from within and without, from entire planet and entire existence, in the name of mine and us, pure conditional light, with the spirit of thought by default, and of course to replace it with mine and us, pure conditional light. Those souls, some of you placing this straight into the hell. And of course, we are creating a new government. We are going to create, of course, we are now clearing up those energy form from those souls, some that are in the power. I've talked about that earlier. Those souls, some that are in the power. They don't have a power really, but they have the energy within them that's working through their physical forms, and then that it seems to be that they have the power, but they don't have a power. We are destroying those energetic cords, and then when we do so, the physical forms are powerless. So when I come out and when I start doing when I take my position in the public, because I'm the voice of the people, I'm going to lead the people into the freedom, completely freedom, eternal peace and eternal life and abundance and prosperity. And I'm activating mine and us, unconditional light within each and every one of us that are mine and us, unconditional light, from within and out, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Which means, my beautiful friends, when I come out to be in the public with the people and to lead the people, I'm going to create my teams on a global level and universal, and I'm going to completely take down all those from the governments, from the power, and completely shut down destroy all those criminal organizations and all those souls in the power and the government, in the systems, in the police and military, wherever they are. We're going to take them down, bring them down to justice, and take them straight into the hell, and to burn them forever and ever with the spirit of all by default. And of course, I'm going to expose the truth to humanity, that humanity will know, so that humanity will know and will understand what was going on around them with the religion, that a lot of people were really in believing religious. You know that during the public holidays, and hundreds and thousands of people were going to Vatican or to those churches and to those any kind of places that they were using for prayers. But those souls, some of what they were doing with to manipulate with the energy, not everything, not with all energy, because mine and us, pure conditional light, always was protecting us, but still they managed to manipulate, to steal the energy from the people. But what they did, they stole the energy, but we are now returning that energy back to us, to the people people, which means that I have not stolen really. They just got it at some point of time, but we are now taking it back. And what we do, we're returning them the karmas and pain and suffering with the spirit of thought by default to all those souls that we're stealing our energy and manipulating with the energy. Well, we are opening up new opportunities for all of us and enlightening ourselves with the spirit of thought by default. So, of course, I'm planning to create my teams on a global level. So all of you that following me, you are in my team, you will be in my team. So of course you will know, I will let you know when I'm going to, I will put I will let you know, give you the information when I will ask for the, when is the time to create my teams on a global level in every country, so that I can work through, I'm doing right now. I'm working really, I'm doing together mind and aspect conditional light through us. We're destroying the soulless AMMA in the power and the government, wherever they are, in the power and the government or the religion or wherever they are. But still, I would love to have my teams, my people that are from mind and aspect conditional light, and then to work together in order to create a better life for all of us and set a complete, beautiful planet, humanity free, and have a joy, peace, and bliss. So Trump is now, I was at that time, when the Trump was doing the rallying in 2024, was really at that time, I was surprised why he was doing that, because I didn't think about that. But at this time, we need Trump to be in the power in order to work with him and to completely destroy those soulless AMMA, remove them from the power. So now it's a time we're removing those Trump clones. So Trump clones that they were manipulating with Trump, and also some of placing the energy within their physical form and then trying to manipulate with that. So sometimes the Trump when he does some things, or the Trump clone, when he does some things that are negative or that you don't like, you need to know that that's not our Trump. Our Trump is working from mind and aspect conditional light. Mind and aspect conditional light is supporting him. Of course, we are supporting him, and then we will work through him in order to protect the humanity on a beautiful planet. You know that the America has the US has the power. It's actually, it still is the most powerful country. So yes, the China is with the technology is somewhere there, maybe in front of China, is in front of the US, but still the US have the military. So that's the military bases in US and NATO and UN and all those the criminal organizations that those soulless AMMA have created. But we've taken them over. So they were told you the technology as well, through the Elon Musk, we are taking as well, because Elon Musk was really under the influence of both sides, but more because when we was creating those space rockets and everything, he had a stormy mind. He was under the influence of those soulless AMMA, but we destroyed those soulless AMMA from within him, those that were doing that, and then of course replaced with mind and unconditional life. That's why Elon Musk is going to work now with Trump. So through them, we're going to take the technology and make it available to humanity. Starlink, so Elon Musk has that technology and everything, but not really. We are not going to let it be just Elon Musk that is the owner. We're going to make that technology available to humanity. We will see which way we're going to do that. So the most important is that the technology is available to all of us and that everything is by default, which means that it's affordable for everyone and that everyone has everything that is needed to live a life. Everything that everyone, when I say everyone, I mean man and that the man and aspect condition of a life. We deserve to have everything that we need in order to live a life that we truly deserve, in abundance of prosperity, joy, peace, and bliss. And of course, we are creating ourselves to be the manifestations of man and aspect unconditional of life. So I've told you about the GSADA and QFS and everything, that I will be the one who will make them public, available to everyone, to that the mind and aspect unconditional of light. Even though when I was in London a long time ago, I was reading and watching some of those people channeling the messages and talking about the Chisara, about the QFS, that yeah, wow, the Chisara is starting, QFS is starting, and it's making they were making it public, but really it never did. So what was going on? Those soulless Amma were trying to start to make it public, and then through that they were trying to steal the money. We didn't accept that. We never accept that, because even though if they try, they cannot, because we are taking all their wealth, abundance, and prosperity for them, from them, and of course, and then sending them straight into the hell, throwing them out from within and without, on a global universal level, sending them straight into hell. All those soulless Amma. So they cannot hide anywhere from us. We are taking the energy of the wealth, and then of course the material wealth too. So they cannot hide from us anywhere. So we are destroying all those soulless Amma, and of course we want to make available the technology. You need to know that our 6,000 patent of the technology, new technology that exists, that in the healing and everything that's been hidden from humanity, it was available only to those soulless Amma that they call themselves at the top level, that they were actually they were above the law, because they were creating the laws, rules, and regulations for humanity, but they never follow them. But we're now, according to their laws, rules, and regulations, we're destroying them and taking their power back, because they were punishing those that did the small crime, that they involved them first, and then they punish them to cover up the huge crime that they were doing. So now we're gonna, according to their laws, rules, and regulations, and by the full rules, laws, and regulations, we're gonna judge those soulless Amma and take them straight into the hell, to burn forever and ever with the spirit of thought, by the fall, in the name of mine, and ask me unconditional love light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty phone. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, that's what those soulless Amma were creating, stealing through the money. You know that the federal agency that it's in US, it used to be it's a private agency that they were lending the money to all the countries all over the world, and then putting the high interest. So it's a federal agency, private agency, that they created really from the paper. They were just stamping the money just from the paper, worthless paper, and then they were giving it to all the countries, like the credit in the name of credit, and then after that putting the high interest, and then getting the money for that empty paper. So they gave me earlier information that the first money that was printed into the heaven of some of those soulless Amma that were giving the information, that were projecting them, and that were actually designing them. The first, the money were printed out into the heaven, and then all the technology and everything was given after that to humanity, so to continue. So that's the federal agency was actually private. You know that agency. I think that Trump took it over, and when he had the first term, but not completely. I think that he made it in the national to be there, or something. I know that he renamed it. He didn't take it completely, but he took some part of that, some percentage of that. So now we're going to take all of that, because it's a private agency, and those are the criminals and the soulless Amma that were lying and manipulating with people and stealing money. So what they were doing throughout the entire planet, with the EU, with all other countries in the world, really, what they were doing, they giving the credit, helping the other countries, and giving that money that are worthless, just the paper that they printed out, the money and on the paper, and giving in the name of actually energetic form, electronic form, and just giving to the people just the numbers, but then they were getting in return money. That's our worth that people were working for them, and of course have the energy behind that is worth. So of course, in the future, QFS system is going to be based back up with the money, with the gold actually. So we're going to make that, but for now, we got on the time. The time is right now, right for us to take all the wealth, abundance, and prosperity, but also all those projects and everything that we're creating, and then of course to do what is right things to do, what is by default to do. By default means to do what is the best for humanity and a beautiful planet, and of course that those and the laws, rules, regulations within by default, and of course the power, my power, and of course. Everything that we need to create, we are doing, and that is we will create, and we are creating. That is for the highest and greatest good of humanity, and everything that's mine and ours, unconditional our light. Well, those souls, we are destroying them. So, which means those souls, what we manipulate with the money, manipulate with all those. Different banks, and those banks are private. So who was stealing the money? Who was taxing us on everything? And they're stealing the money from everything that we earn, really, that we work hard for the money that to get, and then those souls are taking the percentage of that. So that's in that way they were stealing money for us. And then investing those money in those the dark dirty project like the global warming or space weapon or something like that, space program. So they never explain to people really what does it mean, space program. And that's what they were doing. They were creating that's technology to go to the space, and of course they were hiding that from us, from humanity. When I was in London, I went to when I went to the Hitler's and the Christopher Howard, now as Hitler, actual incarnation of Hitler. I didn't know that time, but later on I find out. So he was saying that Richard Branson was creating the technology, and he wanted to create the technology, and he was actually selling the tickets in one way from the earth into the heaven for $130 something thousand dollars. I said, wow. And Hitler said that he already reserved the ticket in one way from the earth to go to the heaven. And I was thinking, where he is going to go. So what they were doing, those soulless AMMA, so they were stealing the money from the humanity, and all those money that were laundering to do dirty, dark, dirty work, and then that they were doing, and the crime and criminal and everything. So they were really, and those money investing, and then into the space weapon, space program, technology. So what they were doing, they were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet, thinking that they will run away into the heaven. But where are they going to go into the heaven when we are destroying all those we destroyed already, all the planet stars, all the worlds in the heaven, and of course. And of course, we are clearing up a beautiful planet. I told them there is no place anywhere in entire planet and entire universe that they can hide from me, from us, from everything that is mine and ours, unconditional our life. Which means that they were planning to create the problems on this planet and then to run away with the technology to go one-way ticket to heaven. But there is no way that they there is no way that they can go and they hide from us. So my beautiful friends, a lot of those souls were doing behind the back, behind everything that they were saying to us was lie, and behind those lies they were doing really dark, dirty work and preparing for their agenda 2021, 2030. So they were manipulated with that, but we took, that's the new world order. So we took the energy behind that, and of course we took we are taking all the projects and everything. So now we are just completely, those souls are collapsing and falling down into the darkness, and of course into the hell forever and ever. Well, we are taking the wealth and abundance and prosperity, so we're going to make it available to humanity. And of course we're going to change everything, we're going to adapt everything that we need to all take. When I was working on the project, when we were doing that, because we were taking the technology from the soulless AMMA into the heaven, so they were asking me, what are we going to do with the technology? And I said, because they said to me, there is a lot of technology that cannot, our beautiful planet is too small for the technology amount of everything, the technology and everything that we have taken and we're taking from the heaven. And I said, let us create one planet, and then like create one planet, like for the storage to store all that technology there, so that we can after that, of course, use it and send it wherever it's needed, give it to a beautiful planet, make it available to us, humanity, and of course to all other planet stars and the galaxies. Actually, those planets that we left, that still there is alive, humanity, human life, actually humanity and that's living. So we were clearing up these planets the same way the way we were cleaning our planet. So which means that although some we were destroying and still destroying the centers, the energetic cords, so that they're still left. So now the last one are falling down, and then we are sending them straight into hell. They were trying to manipulate with energy, thinking that they can manipulate with us, and then they were trying to steal our energy and to pretend to do the good work, and instead to spread the lies and manipulations, and then undercover to try to steal our energy. But of course, I knew that with my internal knowledge, and I never accepted that. And I would just trust myself, trust Sophie and everything that's mine, and ask me unconditional love light, and of course, follow my heart and soul. So we are destroying the soulless. I'm not accepting anything that is less than mine, and ask me unconditional love light from any one of them. And of course, we what we do, we clearing up ourselves from within and without, and destroying those soulless, placing them straight into hell. Of course, we are arresting them. So we've done everything. I've been doing that for in the physical form. Actually, I needed to do energetic work, and of course, in this something symbolically in the physical form, in order to be manifest, to create that and manifest that. So I've been doing that a long time ago. Since I started on the project, I was doing everything that I needed to do in order to take over, to return our power back, and to take over all the wealth, abundance, and prosperity from those soulless, and to, of course, send them straight into hell. So all those agencies and all those criminal organizations that were created under the name, different names, and then pretending to be working for humanity on a beautiful planet, actually were working and then doing the dark, dirty work, working against us. So now we are taking all of that and destroying those soulless. So my beautiful friends, you need to know that on a global level, when you see what's going on, when you watch the TV, if you watch on media, on social media, anywhere, when you see anything that is negative, that is less than man and ask me unconditional life, please don't accept it. It just completely reject it, and not just reject it, not to just ignore it, but just say, everything is by default. Flashka soulless, with the speed of thought. Everything is by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Or flashcam soulless means I'm destroying soulless. I'm destroying soulless with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. I'm loud and clear. So in that way, you are protecting yourself, your energy, and of course, returning the karmas, pain, and suffering, as may say yours. You still may say, I'm returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those soulless. I'm send them straight into hell forever and ever with the speed of thought by default. So in that case, I'm loud and clear. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul. In that case, my beautiful friends, you are in state to let the dark soulless to manipulate with your energy and store with your energy, or steal your energy. You are going to adapt to the light, protect yourself, and of course your family, and of course help and support us so that we can go with the speed of thought by default into the golden age, while destroying those soulless forever and ever. Whatever time, whatever form they are, and place them straight into hell with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So that's my beautiful friends. If you were following those channeling messages or any of those invisible words those invisible forces that were giving the messages. A lot of those soulless AMMA in energetic form were coming to me and then giving me the informations and then trying to manipulate with energy. Some of them, or those were coming to me and then giving the information, pretending to be good, pretending to do good for us. Like, oh, they came from the heaven, they want us to help us, they wanted to do a good job, they wanted to be my mentors or like that. But I knew that they were lying. I just felt the energy within myself that wasn't right. So I just rejected them. And of course, I just rejected them which means now we're destroying them and of course sending them straight into hell. Some of those were saying Venus, the Venus goddess Venus, actually goddess Venus that I said. So they were saying to us that the goddess Venus is the planet Venus is the planet of love. My beautiful friends, is not the planets of love, not on mine and aspect conditional love line, but yes, of those soulless AMMAs, soulless AMMA fake love. The Venus one day came to me and said to me that she introduced herself. She said that she was a goddess Venus, that she wanted to create the technology for us. So she was saying to me that she wanted to create the technology for us, everything that we needed, and that so in return, as she was asking for the gold to give her, that our beautiful planet is filled with gold and all other minerals that we have really beautiful, that are rare, and they don't have it on some other planets. So she was asking in return to get the gold, and I said, I'll think about it, but only we can do that only if you really want to do it without any dark intention. Just if you want to do it with any kind of dark intention, any kind of the back at the back, that's some kind of dark dirty work, any kind of intention to steal or manipulate with our gold and anywhere. So I'm not sure now who was projecting. Was it really goddess Venus, or was it somebody of those so-called energetic courts or hair courts or any of those magicians? I'm not sure who was introducing himself, but she was asking and then offering that she will create all the technology and everything that we need in order to give her a gold. But my beautiful friends, as said, let's see, only without any dark intention. But then later on, I posted after that on my Facebook, and I used to write on the spot the song or something like that, or poetry or anything. So I wrote about her, and then of course I said that goddess Venus is going to bring our love and light. But later on I found out that she was fake. That was the fake energy that was pretending to be mine and aspect conditional life. Actually, she never said that it's mine and aspect conditional life because she couldn't say, but she said that she's Venus, goddess of life, love, and light. But of course, the fake love and light. So a lot of those so-called god and goddess were trying to manipulate, trying to steal my money, and my money. Actually, they were manipulating, stealing the energy. But now I'm returning all that money, energy of the money and abundance and prosperity that all those soulless AMMA in whatever form they have stolen from me or from each and every one of us and our families and friends and soulmates. In the name of man and aspect conditional light with the spirit of thought. By default, I'm demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and to everything that's mine and aspect conditional light to answer to my call with the spirit of thought by default. So we're returning all the energies of abundance and prosperity that is by default, taking it from all the soulless AMMA that is stolen from me, from each and every one of us that are mine and aspect conditional light, returning back to us with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we return to the karma, pain, and suffering to all those soulless AMMA and send them straight into the hell to burn forever and ever. And in the name of mine and aspect conditional light for the spirit of thought by default. And we destroy all those soulless AMMA all through ultimate moment 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, a lot of those. And goddess Isis. Goddess Isis was trying to overpower me. One night, and I'm not sure whether I talk about that. Goddess Isis one night came to me, the energy, the huge energy, she was projected towards me, and she was trying to overpower me. So, but I just, I had so much, I have, and I always had so much power within me, or actually all the power within me. So I destroyed her energy and was throwing her energy into the light planet and destroying. So all those God and goddess, so-called God and goddess, and all those in whatever form they are, those soulless, AMMA, energetic or physical form, that were interfering to my life and trying to steal my energy, or into your life and ours and our families and friends and soulmates in any way, and to steal our energy or manipulate with our emotions or with energy in any way. We, in the name of man and our spirit conditional light, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that's man and our spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default, to destroy all those souls, some of it the spirit of thought by default, take them straight into hell, break them into the atoms, electrons, and take them straight into hell to be burned forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Well, with the spirit of thought by default, we are taking our energy back, energies of abundance and prosperity and joy, peace, and bliss, and happiness, and unity, and eternal life, and enlightenment, and freedom, and with the spirit of thought by default, in the name of mine and our spirit conditional of light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, as I was going on my path towards the enlightenment on my journey, I met a lot of those soulless. I've told you Jesus was some point of time my so-called mentors. He was a mentor. He wasn't really, none of them were my mentor, but they were giving the informations. It was giving them the opportunity to lead the project, because I was in the physical form. I always told them I was a teacher. I was a student for them, and I was a teacher, and of course I was a healer, and now I am the judge for all of them. So they thought that they were playing the dark, dirty games over me, through me. But of course they did play. I didn't know for a long time that they were playing the games until I found out. But then since then I was destroying them and still destroying them forever and ever, and will completely destroy them. All those souls, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I was teaching them, because those souls, you know, that those souls, they have no feeling. They have you know, they're feeding on the darkness and negativity, and of course they have no feeling. They have no emotions. You can say emotions that is mine and us, because they have the negative emotions. They have all the negative emotions, while we have the joy, peace, and bliss. So those souls, we're pretending to give, actually, to be the mentors and to give me the information, but they didn't know the information. They didn't know the truth. Even those that are in a physical form, a lot of those that are in a physical form, that the magicians, and they're infiltrated into the religions, or those magicians that are doing the black magic, or some of those were every time to interfere, that were interfering, that were infiltrated and still infiltrated, were interfering into my life, and trying to manipulate with my energy, steal with the energy, and giving me the false information. And of course, they were attacking me energetically. But I was always destroying them, all of them, whatever they projected towards me. I was just firing up with a light bulb, with the light planets. I was throwing them light from my hands, from my body, from everywhere, from my eyes, and throwing them and destroying them forever and ever. So that's what we are doing right now as well, and destroying those souls, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, I was talking about that last night and earlier. When you feel negative thoughts, words, when you have actually negative thoughts or words that come through you negative, or when you hear something or see that is negative, or if you feel negative emotions, you need to know that they are not yours. You need to just let them go. In which way you're going to let them go? It's not that just I'll let them go. I used to say, I'm not accepting, that's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. You have no place in my body. and I'll just try straight into the planet, light planet. But now I'm just doing everything is by default. Flashkam Tsigi, which means destroying soulless Sama. Flashkam soulless Sama. Flashkam destroying all those soulless Sama with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mine and now pure unconditional love and light. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. Which means don't accept anything that is less than mine and ask pure unconditional love and light. And of course, don't just pass by like that and leave it, but return them the karma, pain, and suffering to all those soulless Sama. No, you need to know always that everything is by default, which means everything is under the power, under the command, and the, of course, under the command and control of Sophie. All those soulless Samas are under the command and control of Sophie. So when you ask, when you say everything is by default, Sophie, mine and ask unconditional love and light will be there to help and support you and to answer to your call. So what you're going to do, return, flash comes soulless Sama. I'm destroying soulless Sama in every form with the speed of thought. I'm returning them the karma, pain, and suffering in every form with the speed of thought by default. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. So when you see anything negative, and as you know, my beautiful friends, that wherever you go on the social media or on the newspapers, if you read, don't read those newspapers. They are full of negativity. Well, I was in London, when I was in London, my beautiful friends, I couldn't read those metro. They had a metro everywhere on the ground, the stations at the underground station, and then they were free. And I couldn't read them. I was going to work on the bus, traveling on the bus, and I would pick up one of those, or wherever on the bus, or with the underground. If I was traveling, I would pick up one of those and then start to read. And I couldn't read them. I was just feeling sick in my stomach. I couldn't read it. I could feel so much negativity, negative energy inside those newspapers. So I would just I didn't know at first, I didn't know what was going on. But when I would open that, everything is just negativity. Everything is just negative, and nothing you can really see that is positive, that uplifts your energy. But we're just draining my energy. So I'm draining your energy too. So don't read those newspapers. Don't focus on all those darkness and negativity. So I can never imagine why people were going every day to buy the newspaper when they have everything on the net and on the TV, and still we're buying those newspapers, and then of course everything is just darkness and negativity. So I was one day I was traveling, going to work, and then I was on the bus, and I found on the seats metro, and I took it, and I started to go through it and read, and I just felt so sick, and I couldn't really, and I felt that most from inside, there's so much darkness and negativity called it. I just threw it away, and I said, I'm not going to read anything anymore. So I was such darkness and negativity. So everything was just with the negativity, and the divorce scenario, that those souls some were projecting, creating, and then after that writing, and then of course spreading that negativity and draining. Through that they were stealing our energy. So they were draining my energy too, but I stopped. So please don't spend the money, don't spend your time reading those brainwashing newspapers or any of those papers that they were writing, or don't spend much time on watching the TV or on the net. Explore your internal net if you really want to know the truth, if you want to be happy, joyful, peaceful, blissful, and if you want to live a life forever with eternity in the name of man and ask me unconditional light. And of course, if you want to enlighten yourself, invest your time in yourself. Look within, search for the truth within you. While I'm talking to you, I'm activating the mind and ask unconditional love and light within your soul. So I'm activating that wisdom and knowledge within you, so that you can accept it, that you can have it, and that will lead you. And wherever you go, whatever you do, you will know that you are always at the right place at the right time. So instead of wasting your time, invest your time, my beautiful friends, and be who you are. Shine all the way through with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mighty fall. I love you. So, my beautiful friends, as you can see, the those soulless AMMA, they never give anything to anyone for free if they didn't have any kind of dark agenda behind that. So if they had any kind of dark agenda behind that, they will do so. But it seemed to be free, but behind that, they were doing something more with a dark intention that people didn't know. When I will see when I was in London and everywhere, when I will see free this, that they were giving something for free, or free drink. Oh, they are saying, okay, come, you have a free drink in the pub. And I was saying, people were, wow, let's go out to have a free drink. And then after that, they would buy much more, and to spend, so much more money and buy many more drinks than they will if they went just like that for a drink. So which means that nothing is free, really. Nothing is free, because if they give you something, I'm saying those soulless AMMA are not giving anything for free. We are gifting money and asking unconditional love light freely from the heart and soul by default. But those soulless AMMA were not giving free. They were they were saying like, oh, free health check, or free tooth check. And so my beautiful friends, so what they were doing, even if you didn't have any problem, they will find something to give, to tell you, in order to get you back, to go back and to pay the money. So I would always laugh and I was saying, just passing by, they were saying, oh, okay, free stress check. And I said, no, thank you. I'm not stressful. I'm happy and joyful. So my beautiful friends, don't ever take something like that. Don't go for such freebie with a dark intention from those souls. So dark soulless AMMA. So be who you are. Of course, what you want, you need to buy for yourself and enjoy it, and you know that you bought it, and then you know that you doing it with intention, with good intention, instead of going after those soulless AMMA freebies that they're saying. And of course, they're not free. So because they always try to take something else much more than you can think about that, behind that. Apart from that they're telling, of course, in a nice way, they would take let's give you free drink. People will have one, and then they will buy another and another, or everything else. So instead of that, you need to choose what you're going to do, where you're going to go, and where you're going to invest your time, money, and energy instead of spending it. So think about it, my beautiful friends. And of course, you need to decide what you're going to do with your time and energy, whether you're going to invest it or you're going to waste it. It's up to you. I'm giving you the information, and you need to know that you are the one that needs to decide what you're going to do. You are the one that needs to drive your life forward in a peaceful and joyful and blissful way. Don't let anyone else to drive your life. Don't let anyone else to take you, to give you, to tell you what to do. Be the creator of your future. Create your future from the heart and soul by default, in the name of man and now speak love light. And of course, I'm sending you my love and blessings to support and help you to do so with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, now I'm going to teach you technique that you're going to use to relax, and to, of course, anytime you can use it to for yourself, to enlighten yourself, to heal yourself, and of course to protect your energy and everything. Let us do the breathing. We're going to do the breathing technique, and then after that, we'll see, I'll go spontaneously. So I'll see what's going to be the best for you to know. Let us now take a deep breath from, breathe through the nose, and then we go. Everything is by default, everything is by default, everything is by default. Hold the breath. Breathe out through your mouth, and then Flashcam soulless Sama with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Breathe in. Everything is by default. Everything is by default. Everything is by default. I'm loud and clear. Breathe out. Flashcam soulless Sama with the speed of thought by default. Breathe out. When you breathe out, you breathe out from the stomach. Throw out all that energy from within. That usually people breathing from the top here, from the automatic breathing, so they don't really take a deep breath. So now when you breathe consciously, usually people breathe unconsciously and don't think about that. It goes automatic, but you need to breathe consciously. Let's do it now. Let's do it now again. I'm breathing in. Pure mind and also you may say I'm breathing in. SOPHIE and now is pure unconditional love light with the speed of thought by default. Flashcam soulless Sama with the speed of thought by default. I'm breathing in. SOPHIE and now is pure unconditional love light with the speed of thought by default. Flashcam soulless Sama with the speed of thought by default. I'm breathing in. SOPHIE and now is pure unconditional love light with the speed of thought by default. I'm breathing out. All the soulless Sama. Flashcam soulless Sama with the speed of thought by default. Just breathe naturally now and listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Just focus on your body from within and without and listen to your body. If you have any health issue or anything that really any problems or anything, we will throw the problems into the light planet. But if you have any health issues or anything, just focus on that place. Imagine a golden light that is filling up that place wherever you feel. If you feel any pain or anywhere, anything that is not really right for you, that it doesn't feel right for you within your body. Or if you have a negative thoughts and words and everything that those souls are projecting, you focus on them. With the focus, actually, what we do, we are working and doing and destroying those souls with internal knowledge, with the intention, and with the focus. So when you focus on the negative thoughts that it's all the summer projecting, you just stop for a moment and just follow them, watch them. When you're aware of that, when you're conscious of that, they have no power. They're powerless. You are power in them, and of course you turn everything into your advantage. So just focus on your body, or you may focus on entire body, from within and without. Just listen to your body. Listen what's going on within yourself. Just hold that energy of calmness and peace. We are filling you up now with the peace and joy and bliss, with energies of mind and now it's unconditional love light, with the speed of thought by default. Just listen to your body. We are reuniting of physical, spiritual, and energetic form with the speed of thought by default, and activating mind and now pure conditional love light within each and every one of us. That the mind and now pure conditional love light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Listen to yourself, my beautiful friends. Listen to your body. While I'm talking, I'm activating, I'm doing the activations and activating the energy within yourself. And just focus on yourself, on your body. Open up your heart and soul. Receive the energy. Let us do a short meditation like this, just to keep the focus on ourselves. And if you have time, I would recommend you that you every day take a few minutes. If you don't have much time, take a few minutes for yourself. Anytime you have the time for yourself, if you are free, if you don't working, or if you're not working, or when you have time, just take time for yourself, a few minutes from time to time. And of course, the longer you do it, the better for you. And I have recorded the mantra, healing mantra. You can listen to it. It's a short, around 10 minutes, about 10, around about 10 minutes. Sorry, about 10 minutes, but it's a healing and very powerful mantra. I'll sing it. Usually I'm singing at the end. So you may focus on yourself when you're listening to it. And it's healing and activating the energy within you, mind and aspect of the shell of light, and protecting you. You may just fall on it and just focus on yourself, on your heart and soul, on your breathing. Listen to your heart. And your soul. Your soul is talking to you through your heart. The heart is a part of the physical form, and the soul is within, in the spiritual, on the spiritual level, the spirit. And of course, we are having the energy as well, energetic form. But when we are creating the unity, we're returning our full power back to us. Just focus on yourself. You may focus on your breathing, and you know that you have all the power within you. You need to reach deep down within your heart and soul. And of course, accept it. It's there. It's been waiting for you for a long time. Now it's time to open up your heart and soul. It should to shine all the way through. I told you while I was shining, I'm still shining all the way through. People could never understand that. And they were asking me, how could you be always happy? How can you shine all the way through? And I was thinking, how come that they don't understand that? How can they be like the way they are, fake, living in the life, fake life? So my beautiful friends, like if you truly, have you ever felt true love or true happiness and joy within yourself? Do you know? Have you ever felt? And have you ever smiled from your heart and soul freely and joyfully? A lot of people don't know how to be happy and joyful, peaceful, blissful. They're caught into that outside world, and then they're more focused outside of themselves and everything that's going on around them. It's good to know what's going on around us, but we need to know what's going on within us too. I'm focusing on myself, and then no actions is going on within myself, destroying those soulless AMMA. Even though that I'm working on the project for a long time, focusing on myself. But those soulless AMMA, anytime that I will focus on myself and everything that they were doing, they were hiding them, because that our focus will be the focus we're destroying those soulless AMMA. So they were afraid, they would just shut down. And then as soon as I start doing something else, they would start chatting and lying and chatting and around, on projection, with the projections and everything. Without focus, they would stop. So now I know that I'm destroying them with the focus. So when you focus on the soulless AMMA, we are taking their power. They're powerless, we destroy them. So focus on yourself and you need to be aware of your thoughts and words, what you're saying really. Focus on the things that you like to do, that you love to create in your life. Always focus on the positive thing. Let go of those negativity, but not just let go, but clear up the energy. Clear up the energy, throw it into the light planet. As you keep yourself like that, the way you are, focus on yourself. I'm gonna now do the clearing up, cleaning, and destroying those soulless AMMA. So when I'm saying throw it away, means destroy those soulless AMMA, the energy of those soulless AMMA that we're projecting towards you. So that we really, people were not aware of that. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know where the energy was coming from, who was talking to them, who was projecting the thoughts and words and emotions. But now it's time to know. And of course, people know the internal knowledge, but that was pushed down by those soulless AMMA. Now it's time to activate that wisdom and knowledge and to let us shine all day through. So just listen to your body while I'm doing the clearing up of and destroying those soulless AMMA that have interfered into our lives in a negative way with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. In the name of mine, I now speak unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm putting in the circle of light all those soulless AMMA that ever interfere into our lives in a negative way. All those soulless AMMA, those dark energies, soulless dark energies, and those soulless cords within and without, whatever time, whatever form they are. Those so-called gods and whatever, it doesn't matter under which name or mask they've been known, hidden, whatever they are, those that have interfered into our lives in a negative way, directly or indirectly, whatever they are, within and without, on a global and universal level, we put them in the circle of life and treat them light and the circle of light and throw them straight into the light planet. If you don't have a light planet, you, my beautiful friend, just imagine a light planet, huge light, a golden planet in front of you. And then keep that planet. You may use it for your protection. And of course, you can use it to destroy those, all your problems, throw all your problems inside that light planet. And your problems and the problems of your family and friends and all on a global and universal level. All those problems that you've seen, that you have ever had, that you have, or that you have seen anyone and anything that's going through those problems, you just put them in the circle of light and throw them into the light planet. So we are destroying that's the destructive energy for those soulless AMMA. So when you do so, we destroy those soulless AMMA and we are replacing that energy with energies of mind and now being unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. We're healing our bodies. We are healing, rejuvenating and protecting our bodies. And of course, we are getting enlightened, happy and joyful, healthy and vital and beautiful and youthful. And we are creating eternal life and eternal peace and joy and bliss within and without with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of man and now speak unconditional love and light. I'm commanding to soften everything that is softened, that is mine and now is pure unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm commanding to answer to my call. Soften everything is mine and now speak unconditional love and light to answer to my call by default with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So now you just listen to your body and feel the energy. And in the name of mine, and now speak unconditional love and light with the spirit of thought by default. And putting in the circle of light all those soulless AMMA, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, all those soulless gods and saints, and all those soulless so-called creators, watchers, and all those judges, and all those soulless SOPHIE and Chistinko, and Miriana and Soulless Watcher, that they were watching what the humanity was doing, and all the Soulless Susie and Hitler, and Amrita Babaji Mira Guruji Matriarch Tata Hitler Atmichata Nevsin Ramtrovich, and all those Soulless so-called healers and teachers, and so Soulless so-called light teachers and healers, or divine mothers and fathers, or avatars, gurus, or it doesn't matter under which mask or name they've been hidden, and soulless gods, and we destroy, or we put them in the circle of light with the spirit of thought by default, throw them straight into the light planet in the name of man and Auspian Conditional light to destroy them forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. All those soulless AMMA. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we replace all of that with mine and now speak conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We enlighten ourselves and humanity and our beautiful planet, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, birds kingdom, fish kingdom, air element, and of course the sun and the moon and the entire universe we are enlightening right now, filling up in mind and now speaking conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. I'm sorry. And in the name of mine, and now speak conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm putting in the circle of light, all those soulless AMMA in the physical and energetic form that were infiltrating into religious, into governments and the systems and the army, police, and wherever time those criminal organizations, or wherever time, whatever form they are, those so-called Illuminati, globalists, and Satanists, and all those Masons, and all those demons and fallen angels, in whatever form they are, the soul is someone putting in the circle of light, the dark, all those dark, dirty, psychopathic players, take them, put them in the circle of light and throw them straight into the light planet with the spirit of thought by default, whatever time, whatever form they are. We destroy them, take them straight into the hell forever and ever to burn for eternity. All those souls with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and everything that is mine and ask me unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default to answer to my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. In the name of mine and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, we replace all the dark energy with energies of mine and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. And we are creating new governments and systems and everything from mine and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, freely, without any selfish desire or dark intention. In the name of mine and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. And in the name of mine and now speak unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default, we're putting in the circle of light all other those soulless AMMA, whatever form they are, wherever they are, in the physical and energetic form, in encode, in infinite, with the spirit of thought by default. And we activating them all, the pain and suffering and eternal hell, forever and ever with the spirit of thought by default. And all ultimatum, all in one, karmas, pain and suffering, and send them straight into the light planet, into the hell forever and ever, or to burn for eternity in the name of man and ask me a conditional of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and ask me a conditional of light with the spirit of thought by default, I'm activating mine and ask me a conditional of light within each and every one of us. That is mine and ask me a conditional of light from the heart and soul. Mine and ask me a conditional of light from my heart and soul with the spirit of thought by default. And to each and every one of us, the pure and awesome unconditional love light, activating the great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, and wisdom, and knowledge, power, understanding, eternal life, eternal peace, enlightenment, freedom, unity among all of us, between us and our soulmates and family, friends, and each and every one of us that is mine and us, be unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. We protect ourselves, and of course, with the spirit of thought by default, we protecting, helping, and rejuvenating and healing ourselves. And of course, we are taking our power back with the spirit of thought by default. We are enlightening ourselves with the spirit of thought by default while we are destroying those souls in the name of mine and now spirit conditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. I'm sorry. And in the name of mine and now spirit unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default, we multiply to those souls all those karmas, pain, suffering, eternal hell forever and ever with the spirit of thought. And to us, we are multiplying the blessings with the spirit of thought by default and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default with the spirit of thought. We multiply all of that by all the law, by all the systems, rules, laws, regulations, by every atom, electron, by all those souls, and everything that are multiplied earlier, me and everyone else that ever did doing all those so with the spirit of thought by default, for every atom, electron, energy that ever existed and that existing, for everything that we created. That is from mine and aspect unconditional love light, for all the quotes, every word that we said, or that quoted, written, and everything, and for everything over and over again, we multiplied with the spirit of thought by default. And the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, and abundance and prosperity and blessings to each and every one of us. That is mine and aspect unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. And we multiply all of that again and multiply it again over and over in encode and infinite with the spirit of thought. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So we destroy those souls without mercy with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, everything is under the laws, rules. Everything is by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default. And everything is under the control of Sophie. And everything is by default. And everything is with the spirit of thought. I'm demanding, commanding to soften everything that is Sophie, that is mine, and ask me unconditional light to answer to my call, with the spirit of thought by default. And I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So my beautiful friends, how do you feel now? Listen to your body. Now I'm going to sing the mantra, healing mantra by default. It's a healing and empowering you. Just focus on yourself and listen to it. And enjoy the energy, my beautiful friends. My beautiful golden by defaults. Everything is by default, by default, by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless summer, 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. With the spirit of thought, peaceful in action by default, 24 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light. In the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought. By default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default. Everything is by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is fair by default. 24 HEARTH by default, by default, by default. Peaceful in action by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Miren input aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. To. So everything is by default. My beautiful friends, at the end I'm using everything is Sverige, which is in my language Sverige, but 24 HEARTH by default, by default, by default. So to means is destructive energy for those souls, SOULESS is protective energy for ourselves, and means freedom. To is a peace and freedom. So that's our symbol for freedom and peace, eternal. To, when you say to, it means of freedom. And of course, it's a code. It's a code with all the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, and to abundance and prosperity for all of us, and blessings. So we have the blessings, abundance, and prosperity, and those souls have the karmas, pain, and suffering with the speed of thought by default. So you may use it as well, my beautiful friends. So how do you feel now, my beautiful friend? You need to know that everything is by default. Wherever you go, whatever you do, everything is by default, which means everything is under the command and control of SOPHIE. And if you are conscious of everything that is going on around you, use the mantra, use my codes. Everything is by default. Flash comes SOULESS, or you may say, I'm destroying the SOULESS with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by default. I'm returning the karmas, pain, and suffering to those souls, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. Everything is by default. And of course, you may add up whatever you like, blessings to yourself. I'm blessing myself and my family and friends and our soulmates and each and every one of us that is mine and ours, pure unconditional love light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends, my beautiful golden souls, my beautiful by defaults. I love you all. Thank you for joining me and for giving your time to adapt to the light of humanity, and for being willing to accept mine and ask me unconditional love light to shine all day through wherever you are, whatever you do. So I love you all. Sending much love and blessings to all of you. And good night, and talk to you next time. Bye.